Is it a passive or an active training aid? Am I learning a new movement, or am I trying to train a movement that I already know? I'm just trying to make it more repeatable, make it more consistent. Whenever I look at a training aid, I tend to categorize it into two types. So we have a passive training aid and an active training aid. So a passive training aid would be the one there with the bands across the arms like so. What this is doing, it's forcing you into the position. Okay, you're being pulled together by the band. So because the band is pulling you together, you have no choice but to keep your arms closer together. So you're being forced into the movement. So it can be really good because you're hitting shots so that your arms staying close together, the arm structure is better, and you may be hitting better shots. But if I take away the band, do you really have the feeling and sensation of what you were doing, or was it just the band pulling you together? So that would be a passive training aid. Now the Sure Set ball, the green ball, that would be what I call an active training aid. That is something where you have to actively keep your arms together. You have to move your arms differently in order to keep the ball between your arms throughout the golf swing. So in that case, because you're having to actively do it, you start to get feelings and understandings like, oh, it feels like I'm driving my elbow in more, or it feels like I'm externally rotating more through my trail arm, whatever it may be. So that's the kind of training aid that if we then remove the training aid, you have a very clear understanding of what did it feel like as a movement to keep that ball between my arms. So I always like to say that a passive training aid, like the band pulling the arms together, great for learning a concept. And then the active one is far more useful for transferring it into a golf swing. Is it a passive or an active training aid? Am I learning a new movement, or am I trying to train a movement that I already know? I'm just trying to make it more repeatable, make it more consistent.